Okay, so we spent the night at this place. Crazy vibes, definitely haunted. There's a really interesting history to this town, Telén. You might want to research it for yourself, but it just so happens that the owners of this place are English, and the man who showed us in is basically the caretaker. Reminds me a little bit of Hanson from Scary Movie 3.
I'm Hanson. I'm the caretaker.
But yeah, definitely crazy because like at nighttime, those parrots that you saw in the scene yesterday, check this out. There's so many birds, it's like there's like something horrible is about to happen. We're all up in the trees all night long and they wouldn't shut up, basically. Every single light bulb that's in there flickered all night long. Whenever you turned it on and kept it on, it would just flicker. So what are the odds of that? And Hector, the caretaker, also mentioned that there was a basement. Anyway, and this ties into the interesting history of this town. In fact, the founder of this town is the same founder as one of the towns in southern Mendoza that we drove through, you know, when we went through that area called El Sosnialo. Anyway, to tie this story together, when eventually we did manage to fall asleep among flickering lights and the infernal screams of parrots warning of impending doom, Adriana had a wildly vivid dream. No, not that kind. At about 3 in the morning, Adriana woke to the parrots, something strange in its own right, due to the fact that birds are known for their strict adherence to a nighttime sleeping routine, to tell me about the contents of her dream. Adriana dreamt of a man and his wife on the roof of this very building, a couple from the last century dressed in the appropriate attire of the times, a suit and a dress. The man decided to throw himself off the roof to his eventual demise. Now, dreams are weird, in the sense that the dreamer can be both the observer and subject of a particular scene without a clear transition from one to the other, something that happened to Adriana, because after the tragedy had occurred, she was the woman in the dream, and upon her inspection of the body lifelessly lying on the floor, the man was me. Now, what makes this story weird is the fact that Alfonso Capdeville actually took his own life. However, he did so in El Sosnialo in Mendoza, the other town he founded. Adriana knew nothing of this fact, nor his founding of both towns until she awoke from her dream and did some research. We both felt the same eerie vibe in both El Sosnialo and Telén, without having any knowledge of this backstory. She maintains to this day that I look similar to Alfonso. I guess he must have been a handsome guy. Anyway, now we're gonna go have breakfast and continue our journey. Okay, on a serious note, the place was a bargain, and Hector was actually extremely friendly. The parrots were weird though.
After breakfast, we left Telén and embarked on our long drive back to Córdoba through an overcast continental climate-ridden landmass conformed of the La Pampa and San Luis provinces.
Leaving La Pampa, entering San Luis.
Overpopulation is a myth. Literally do this for hours.
It looked like this throughout the entire journey, until eventually, in the distance, the sierras began to show themselves.
Check it out, the first mountains in a while. Way back there, I don't know if it's picking up, but yeah, I think we crossed the Pampa. Alright, so this right here is Córdoba on this side, and that is San Luis.
So we are
Crazy.
about to arrive to Punilla.
Punilla.
No, we are about to arrive.
Where?
We are on the way
To Punilla. Okay.
izquierda, por donde iba la camioneta esa. No tengo señal.
Okay, so after a long trip, all the way down to Bariloche, we are now back in the Sierras.
Even though we were only in northern San Luis, bordering Córdoba, the landscape was a welcome sight and made us feel we were once again in familiar territory. We did a quick spin through Villa Larca in San Luis to explore this area a little further, and even considered spending the night, but our stomachs asked us to push through a little longer to get to our favorite restaurant, a mere 100 kilometers north. So of course, we did that.
Alright, we are now going to Villa de las Rosas, where we are going to eat our favorite dish that we found in this area a few weeks back, which are the chilaquiles at restaurant Blossom. Alright, we made it to our favorite plaza, and if you will recall, last Saturday, well, Saturday 2 weeks ago, there was the feria here. This is the Plaza of Las Rosas, and yeah, right across, somewhere along this plaza is the Blossom restaurant. In fact, it's, I think, right there. But yeah, we're gonna take a spin through the plaza and then we're gonna go for our chilaquiles.
I opted for a more potent meal after having driven across a good portion of the South American landmass, but Adriana got her chilaquiles.
Qué hambre.